Hello, everyone. I think I might have something sort of exciting to share with you today. I hope that you find it exciting. I don't know if you've seen the video where Rachel at Roxy Creations had a challenge to make a journal out of recycled material or a Amazon box. I made mine out of I think it was a cracker box or something. And this journal's just been in my drawer of unfinished projects. So, recently, I have been really inspired by the passport journals that Orly Avenari, I think is how you pronounce her name, I guess has inspired so many people to do. I don't have a passport, but the whole process of how aged and ragged those journals look has just inspired me. Yesterday I received an issue of Somerset Studios, and in there on one of the pages, you know, they challenge you to rip the page out, put some items in it, maybe some leaves or something that you collected outside, put it outside for a week, and then see what you get. So, with that thought in mind, I don't have a passport that I can use for this. I'm definitely going to get one because I want to take, Orly has a online course. I have a birthday coming up, so I'm going to ask if I can have that as a birthday gift. But anyway, I thought this would probably just sit in my unfinished drawer anyway. So I'm not going to worry if any of the items that I use get destroyed, you know. But how exciting will it be if they don't? So I've prepared 2 signatures to sew in this. And I'm going to use a cross stitch method to stitch them in. I just think it'll, well, hopefully look more rugged. I don't know. That was just my thought process. So I'm going to start with that. I've already punched all my holes in my signatures, as you can see. And I'll just start this. And once I get the signatures sewn in, I'll show you everything else that I'm going to add to this. So I'm really excited about this. I was on the fence about, oh, what should I do today for crafting? And then after I saw that that page in Somerset Studios, I'm like, it's calling to me. So this is how I determined this is what I'm going to try. I've just put a mixture of papers, as you can tell. I don't care if they're, you know, some of them are torn, some of them are cut. So I have some like watercolor and mixed media paper, you know, toned paper, music, just a variety of things in here. Not that it's important what papers are in here. So, for those of you that have never done the cross stitch, you can do it with as many signatures as you want. I'm only doing 2, but you always start in a top corner. Doesn't matter if it's the right or the left. And you come to the outside. And hopefully my holes are large enough. I need something to help me. There we go. I've been doing laundry and I keep putting lotion on my hands, and it's made them a little bit slick to pull the needle through. So I'm just going to leave a tail here because eventually we'll tie this. So you start there, and you do have to have your next signature ready. It's been a long time since I've done one of these. Then of course, to do a cross stitch, you're going to go across. So you're going to go in here. So in my next signature, that's the hole I'm going to go through. Have too much laying on my... Oh, I forgot to tell you what I did I started with enough, I'm using waxed linen, and I started with enough, what's going on here? Oh, that's a string from there that tied in there. Okay. So, as you look at the outside, and you know what I might do? I might, yeah, clip those together. As you look on the outside, you have to cross that, right, to make your X. So on the inside of your signatures, you're always going up and down. So I'm going to go up. Now that's going to make it hard for me to see where. I'm going to go to the top hole and through. I cut my waxed linen like I think 5 times up and down to make sure I wouldn't run out, or hope that I don't. I probably have way too much, but I don't know. So now to cross my X, I need to go through here, through my first journal. This side seems to be a little bit more tough, and my fingers keep, let me grab. See, yeah, that'll help me. What do I got going on here? Oh, the string on this thing keeps, here we go. Get out of my way, string. I'm going to leave that string on there. So as you can see, we have our first X. So I came up here, and in order to make the next X, I'm going to go down if I can find my hole. Oh, it's down lower. Come out the back. And once again, I have to go through this hole to complete this X. That's going to be in my second signature. So it is a little bit fiddly, but I really like the effect of it. I just want to make sure so I'm going in this hole and get through my signature here. There we go. Okay, so I'm up here, getting myself confused. I'm going to have to go down. Because once again, inside the signature, you're always going up and down. And out the back. I have too many things hanging off of this journal. Strings and ties. Okay. So we go to the back side. You can see where we need to cross our X's up here. So we'll go through that hole. Get this journal ready, or this signature ready. It's a bit fiddly, as I mentioned, but I just think I just like the look of it. I thought about adding buttons or beads, and I thought, I'm going to keep this one as simple as possible. Just because I don't know what the outcome is going to be. Okay. So you can see we have our two X's. So in order to do the next X, I think I might come down all the way to the bottom. Should I do that? Yeah, I don't think it matters. I'll come all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to go through the second signature. You can see, getting all kinds of strings and things because everything's sort of raggedy in this journal. So once again, we only have one way to go, so we'll go down. And then we have to go through this top hole here to make our X. I can see. Make sure we got our signature lined up here. Let me take these off. Sometimes that makes it a little bit easier for me when you get down to the nitty-gritty. I might need to see where my hole is in the papers. Or my needle, rather. There we go. There we go. And you can see this line. And then all I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure all my strings are really tight. Well, I can tell this isn't. Try to figure out where I came up and down at. That would be over here, wouldn't it? Oh, I hope I'm not ruining this. I've never used the wax linen doing one of these. Let me see, what can I pull here? This is where I started. And then I came up and down. Up. What have I done? Let me go to the signatures. Well, don't do what I just did. Thought I could pull these tight if I could only figure out where things were coming up and down. This one, and then this first signature. Here we go. And then I went down. There we go. And then this one came up. There we go. Ooh. That's still loose on the inside, but I'm not going to worry about that. On the outside, it looks all right. So I'm just going to cut my strings. You can do just a big knot. I think I'm going to bring these down, and I'm actually going to wrap them around this. Double knot it. And I think I'm going to leave these strings long. Alright. So now we have our signature sewn in. And I'm just going to turn the camera off for a second and turn it back on because I forgot to set my timer. And I don't know how long that just took us to do this. So I don't want to run out. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just put my thread and stuff away. Let me set my timer here real quick. Now, the whole premise of these little passport journals, and I don't know the process she goes through, but I'm assuming it goes outside. So that's what I plan to do with this. What I've done, I've gone out into my yard and I've gathered a couple bags. I tried to get one of everything in each bag for each signature. So I have some leaves, some hydrangeas, some branches from a lilac bush and a Japanese maple tree. Just what I could find, and there were a few leaves that I found. So I've got that. Let me just show you real quick. I got in my yarn bin. I cut some yarn. I have this, I don't know what you call it, organza and netting. I have some of these Tim Holtz flowers. I have some of these. These are from the Paper Studio, so they're Hobby Lobby. These are just, you know, artificial. I have some of these. Some Seam Binders ribbon. This is antique. This is about the only thing I would be concerned about if it gets ruined, but that's it. This is new. You know, something you'd buy from Hobby Lobby or Joann's. Some sari silk, some just plain white muslin, two different kinds of cheesecloth. And then let me show you. Yesterday I told you I was going to Savers. Look what I found. 99 cents a piece. So I found these doilies. I don't know how old they are. This one might be older. This one's pretty thick. And then this one. So I'm really glad I went there. I think I'm going to add that doily there. It's my least favorite, so I don't care what happens to it. In addition, I have a couple different kinds of tea bags. Like this is just, I think, a Walmart brand black tea, and this is some English tea. And I have a couple envelopes I want to stick in there. And I have some rusty, just a few rusty elements. I've been rusting things outside, so I thought I might add some of that. And this is what we're going to do. I've never done this before, but we're going to go for it. So I'll start at the back signature, and I think I'm just going to start by just placing some randomness through here. My neighbors probably thought I was out of my mind. Like, what is she doing? I don't know that I want that. I'll just throw that away. Stick that in there. That's from the lilac, and I can tell that. There's my hydrangea. Put some here in front. I have two different hydrangeas, and they're both different colors. So I made sure I got one for each signature from each plant. This is actually from a rose bush. And then I'll stick this up here. I don't know what will happen. And I think that's part of the excitement. It's an experiment. So I'll do the same. Did I start my timer? Yeah. So what my intentions are, I'm going to put this outside once I get everything in it and tied up and what have you. Then I am going to leave it outside for, I'm thinking, a week. And I'm just going to see what happens. If it turns out the way I think it's going to, it will be awesome. But I know, wow, that's really getting full. It's okay, throw that away. I'm going to go ahead and add the envelope in the front. I'm probably getting too much in here, but oh well. I'm going to add one of these in the front. Whoops. Wow. I couldn't do that if I wanted to. Holy cow. Here we go. Oh, I suppose the other one. Yep. Just throw that in the front. This in the back. I'll open these tea bags. Put one in the back. Try to smash that stuff down a little bit. Trying to decide how I'm going to fit all this in here. I think I'm going to wrap with that. We don't know where this is going to lead to. I'm going to put this stuff on the outside, I think. I can use some of this to tie with. Might have got a little bit rambunctious with everything I want to add, but I just wanted to try to get as much. You know, it's one of those things, if it's a complete flop, whatever, but if it's not a complete flop, I don't want to be like, oh, I wish I would have added, you know? So that's why I just went a little bit crazy. Maybe I'll use all this to do the outside, since the inside is getting so full. And I'm not going to use my ties, I don't think. Well, maybe I will. Just to make it... Oh, I want to put those rusty elements in there too. put the other. I'm just going to put the small ones in there. If I do anything, maybe I'll do it on the outside as far as that still wool. Alright, I'm going to tie this just whew, give me a breather there. And I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm just going to wrap this any way and every way possible. I don't think it really matters. I use all these to tie. And what I'll do, I don't know, I'm guessing at this point I'm going to leave it outside for like a week. I'll just keep monitoring it, but then it's going to take, I'm sure, a couple days to dry enough to, I'll just tie this layer. My husband's going to think I'm completely out of my mind. He thought that with me trying to rust things. He'll be like, our backyard is turning into a hodgepodge. Put this on the outside. It's 99 cents, right? I didn't have it yesterday, so the way I look at it is here today, gone tomorrow. Use I'll just wrap this any old way. I don't know why I keep tying bows. Guess it doesn't matter. I have a few different yarns, as you can see. Don't know how this is gonna come out, but I'm excited to see. I have to remember to tell Bill that this is out there. Nope, I'm going to knot this. Alright, there's our little care package. So, we'll stick this outside in the elements. I know we're supposed to get rain sometime coming up. And snow. We have flurries all the time, so I don't know. But anyway, I'll put this outside for a week. We're going to find out what happens, and I will film the reveal. So I hope you enjoyed some of this. I hope it inspires you to give this a try. What I might do, these are my offcuts from where I tore the pages down for the journal. I might put these in something and maybe attach it here. I started to throw this stuff away, and then there were pieces I was like, oh, I'll keep that, I'll keep that. And then I thought, you know what, I might just put those in an envelope or something, put that outside as well, just in case it turns out fabulous. Could use these few scraps throughout the journal. So hopefully, keep our fingers crossed, this turns into something great. So I hope you all have a great day and see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.